Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you. We are back with another topic I know almost nothing about, which is pre-commit hooks. Cody, what is this thing and why do we need that?
No. What tea do you drink?
Yeah.
Like,
Today, special day because it's in the morning again, and I have
yeah.
to push myself a little with the tea. I've now a black tea, which a friend of mine gave me. So
Why does it push you, black tea?
yeah,
I'm always surprised.
it has more caffeine, doesn't it?
Really? Like
I
green
thought
tea
so.
always kicks me so hard compared to black tea.
Okay, for me it's the
It's so
opposite.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah, quite interesting. Need to look it up.
yeah,
Never really thought about it. I never feel caffeine anyway too much, but only green tea, coffee, nor tea. I
yeah.
really feel.
So for green tea,
Yeah.
it's almost not existent for me to push. It's for all the green teas I drank until now. It well, some of them I must confess. I know we drank some poor. Um,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that kicked. But the other ones I have here, they don't kick that much. So I don't really feel that. So I can drink it also in the
Okay.
evening and can sleep like a baby still. But with black
Okay.
tea, it's a little bit different for me. So yeah, it's black tea is from the southern African countries, and
Yeah.
yeah, this great tea comes in little bags. I really don't know where it's from, so the land side or stuff like that, but it tastes delicious. And yeah, I've got a full stack of bags here, and
Hey, nice.
yeah, grateful for that. So shout out to Lily for bringing me those tea. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It, it's funny because Africans have really great herbal teas, especially. Drank a few
Hmm.
ones, always splendid.
Yeah,
Um, Such a good continent for tea.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm drinking floral tea this morning.
Oh,
I brewed some. Um, now I forgot the name. What was it?
Camille,
Chrysan chamomile. Yeah, thank
chamomile.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I even think this one I picked myself a long time ago, but it
Ah,
was really good. Like if you keep it in a
fridge.
glass jar.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, glass jar already works like a charm. You have
Yeah.
so good flavor. Sometimes what I like to do from the tea plant I have,
Hmm.
you take the flowers actually,
Yeah.
and just dry them and make the flower tea from the flower of the tea plant. Gives so good flavor.
Yeah. I have to
What?
try that still. We missed the time frame to do that for
Yeah.
what's called what is it called, lavender. Uh,
Lavender. Yeah,
Lavender.
lavender.
Yeah,
Yeah,
lavender
yeah. It's
tea. Yeah,
same.
we missed the time frame to pick those, but next year you bet we will do that.
You have ton of lavender in front of the house. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Everyone
love the
out
smell.
there,
Yeah.
I really recommend flower tea and pick them. Like, don't buy the not so good stuff at the store.
Yeah.
Like, go for it.
Yeah. I will try that.
Okay, we needed to spare some time because today is gonna be pretty short.
All right.
Um,
Yeah.
Today we talk
Pre-commit.
about pre-commit hooks, and
Uh-huh.
most of you won't know it, and most of you will most likely come to some point at some day where you might use it, but it's kind of like a more of a late stage things. Um, and what this basically is when you write a commit message, that it first runs linting and testing, and you can already, I guess, sense a bit for who it is, like it is. Do you have it also sometimes on GitHub? You write your code, like da 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 da. Then you
Mm-hmm.
upload it, and later you find out the linter fails, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh god, it's so much time you waste because then you have to fix it and upload it, and then the whole pipeline can usually takes also a bit. That's the use case
Right.
when a
Yeah.
pipeline runs long, and needs to do a lot of stuff before and all of that. Then yeah, it's super annoying if you have to do that all the time. So what you can do with pre-commit hooks, as they state is, um, they are basically running something before you commit, and you cannot go forward if it doesn't work. So it's pretty cool because when you want to push code, you kind of make sure that it's already working, that testing and linting runs on your machine at least before it's up in the repo, you know.
All right. Yeah.
Um, but the use case is mostly when the CI/CD pipeline runs pretty slow. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Um, I don't know in our Death Star repo how fast CI/CD actually is. Let me quickly check.
Well, it should be fast.
A minute, 30
Yeah.
seconds. No, a minute.
Okay.
That's okay. A fast pipeline would be around 30 seconds. This is GitHub Actions. GitLab is much faster, by the way. But yeah, a minute is still a minute. That's still okay. But when you have 3.5 minutes pipelines, because it does more complex things, then it's getting really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I had that recently because I wanted to implement the CI/CD, the easy one, into the exercise, right?
Yeah.
And I did that, and yeah, I had the same process, yeah, like you talked before. I uploaded it, workflow failed. I forgot to implement the task install. All right, or the task. I thought I could be smart. Let me tell it that to you. I thought I could be smart, and because you had this to do in the GitHub Actions with checking the a value of the task executable, which we downloaded. And I googled a little bit and thought, wow, no way I'm gonna implement that. But because if I try to implement that, the amount of push I would need to make and to run the action once again and again and again is just too much. And then I just thought, oh, I will be smart. And I just searched and googled a little bit. And on the task file homepage, there's actually a GitHub Actions sections. I don't know if you saw that, but you could.
Yeah, I saw.
You could use some pre-set up action from Arduino user, and I did that and it failed. so that was no go. But if we're talking about that right now, the way we have set that in the CI/CD module actually checks the SHA values because we execute a shell script, and I just looked the shell script up, and there was some SHA checks in there. But I have the problem, like you told me. I just experienced the pain of having to commit that, because I also thought, well, isn't there a local way to test that? But then I thought, man, I don't have Ubuntu, so it's not really working. But yeah, so I have a ton of questions how this works on my machine, for example, with the pre-commit hooks.
Yeah, that's how one of the troublemakers. I mean, debugging GitHub Actions is always super annoying. That's just they haven't really found a way to make it more comfortable yet. But pre-commit hooks at least make sure that your pipelines don't have to run that much. Also, a little bit important, but you cannot run infinite of these actions.
Right.
They have a limit in minutes, depending on your tier in GitHub. So it's always good to spare those minutes too. Just that you all understand a bit why pre-commit hooks. And usually what you can do is, by the way, Manu, just that you understand it.
Yeah.
You have your repo here, and there's the Git directory, right?
Yeah.
And there is a hooks directory.
Okay.
And in that, there are a lot of scripts.
Okay.
And there should be a pre-commit sample. I think I removed it already. But usually there is a sample file. This one is it? Yeah, of course. There's the sample file where you can kind of see it does some stuff already. This is already the pre-commit. It's basically just a script which gets run before you do the thing. So that you understand it.
Yeah.
And I already used another, you will see it in a second, another Python package to handle pre-commits, because it can be really a pain and bad. That you basically can just do anything in here. You could run any commands. You can run task. This is really beautiful because we can just run now task lint and we are done with it again. That's it. Portability is always a bit of trouble between if you have Windows users and Linux, like we both are usually. But Task takes care of that. I really like Task for that, especially because it's kind of ensures that everything it runs on Windows, Linux with the same commands. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
So now the package I used or use also at work when I see it sometimes is pre-commit. Why is my browser not working anymore?
You can't
We'll be
scroll?
back, Ennis.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Oh, okay, let's go again. Here we go. Yeah, pre-commit. It is a Python package to set everything up for you. I really like it for that purpose because then you have it more, you could say, manageable. Okay. So that's why I really like it. And there you can register a variety of tasks yourself, what you want to do. You can run your own stuff. But always keep in mind who your users are, or developers rather. So if some of them are on Linux and some on Windows, it's super annoying. But yeah, you can deal with it like we did. For our setup manual, it should work, right?
Yeah.
Because we have poetry for managing a lot of stuff, and on top of that task, and then you simply run the task lint, and it should do everything.
Right.
So yeah, that's basically it. What pre-commit hooks are, like, no black magic or anything like it. But I really warn all of you, if you don't have pain, once again, or a need, rather said like that, don't start with pre-commit hooks if it's a bit a tricky thing, and it's not really never do stuff where there's no need. Never. Like, it's the most senseless thing to do stuff which you don't really need, right? If the CI/CD pipeline is a minute like ours at the moment, easy. Why should I bother,
Would you, coming back to the SHA check for task file, would you do that in a pre-commit hook? Or would you do that in the actual pipeline?
Just in the pipeline.
Just a pipeline, all right.
Yeah.
So those are more checks for your pipeline than really doing stuff which are supposed to go to your pipeline, right? Yeah.
So usually you would do it here. I still have the dice to do it.
Yeah, I thought about
Very good, Constantine. What the heck, young man?
Yeah, I saw that.
You're delivering this pile of shit to me?
No, but if you look in the install.sh file, which you can download by just going to that address, you will see that there are SHA checks in there. So that's what I saw.
The problem is, Emmanuel, at this point, that the file, you still download it from the internet, so they could just put different stuff in there, So what you should do is you should kick out the script and download the binary directly from a hard-coded URL. What you usually want to do is go to github.com, you go for task file or task.
I think it's task file, yeah.
I think my autocomplete is not willing this morning. Now you go on releases usually.
Yeah.
Then here you have everything, including the checksums. But what you want to do is not to download them. You really hard code them in the CI/CD pipeline. That's the easiest.
Okay.
And pick the URL of the right package here, or the binary.
Yeah. Yeah. And specify a version doing that. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So that you are really 5,000% sure that you have the right thing. Like I said, it's not a pre-commit hook topic directly, but the reason why I love to do this is you cannot imagine. I think last week just CI/CD broke because we didn't pin the version. Someone updated a package again, you execute some installation where you didn't pin the version. Bam, whole CI/CD breaks. Took me almost 2 hours to figure out that it was just a new release of a version, which broke it.
Yeah,
really painstaking. I hate it.
So version specification is important. Yeah.
Version specification and checksums, both together, are your best friend. Updating everything later is another deal, but at least it runs for all of eternity without touching it.
Yeah, and you can see those kind of problems all over the world, also in the user area, because OBS updated itself. Well, bam, all my plugins weren't able to communicate with OBS anymore. So, yeah, it's the same thing here, right? So, specifying a version is always a good thing.
Especially, you need to realize that this does not pin the version.
You're right,
the script.
Just installs...
They could do a major version update here and which would be breaking changes which don't run with your previous task anymore.
Yeah.
And it would just break your pipeline.
Yeah, right.
You would notice, but
when it's too late.
you might search for a while for it. I mean, here it's a bit more obvious, but there are less obvious cases. So it's a good habit, to just generally pin versions for stuff.
All right.
I mean, task is harmless. I think I never saw anything. They did good stuff usually. Nothing I wasn't worried about. But yeah, they really do a great job.
When it comes to dependencies, it's important. Yeah, can see that.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for pre-commit hooks.
Pretty short,
hope you guys
easy topic.
Try it out, though. Get a bit of feeling for it. It's definitely worth trying it in your example repo. And make it work. Like I said, it can be a bit tricky. You can go the vanilla style and just put it in the script like this. Or you can go with the Python package. Or go with both, whatever you feel like you want to try out.
Yeah. All right, then thanks guys for watching, for staying here. If you like it, please leave a like, comment, whatever. Meet us on Discord, and we will see you in the next video.
Bye
guys.